So this is a question that I'm asked all the time, typically towards the end of my consultations. So I will meet with a prospective client, we'll do the consultation, and a lot of times I hear feedback like, this is some great information that you've given me. You've really taken your time to answer all of my questions. You're really empathetic. I can tell you genuinely care. I've spoken to a few other attorneys, and they really didn't seem like they really cared. I didn't really feel that same level of just like passion and empathy. But you, Miss Conway, I can tell you really care. And I like you and I want to retain you. But how much are your fees? Like, how much is this going to cost me? And that's a very valid question, right? Because they can say they like me and they think I'm a great, attorney, but the price is a very valid point. Can I afford you, right? That's the question. Can I afford you? And so what I'll tell you, what I wanted to speak about in this video are the fees, or what you can expect when you have to hire a family law attorney. And so I would say it depends on a few different things, right? Number one, your geographical area. Where are you located? Are you in a suburb? Are you in a rural area? Are you in the city? That's going to play a factor in how much you will likely pay for an attorney, right? And it depends on the comparable rates in that geographical area. So that's one thing to consider. The second thing to consider is the level of experience that attorney has, right? So at my firm, we have a combined experience of over 55 years. And so that speaks a lot, right? So our rate, therefore, is comparable to the amount of experience that the firm has in its totality, right? And the third thing you want to consider is the size of the firm, right? If this is a big firm, they're going to have a lot of cost, right? There's going to be a lot of overhead. And so that's going to be something that may take into account, maybe that you want to think about when it comes to like how much it's going to cost, right? And so just because I know you probably were thinking about, well, give me some numbers. Give me some numbers. What can I expect to pay, right? What can I expect to pay? So I'll say this. I would say it would be realistic to expect anywhere between maybe $250 an hour, 200. Maybe I'll go a little lower than 200 because there are some solo practitioners out there when they're just getting started. They may reduce their rate a little bit just so that they can get some initial experience. So I would say anywhere from between like 200 up until 500 an hour for a family law attorney. And the 500 an hour clearly are going to be those attorneys who've been practicing for a long, long time, right? Typically 15, 20 years. So they have a lot of experience. You shouldn't pay $500 an hour for someone who just started practicing 2 weeks ago, right? Unless they're just that great, okay? So that's something that you can expect. And as far as retainers, right? What is a typical retainer? And what is a retainer, right? So a retainer is typically an amount that you have to put down for that in order for that attorney to get started with the case. So I would say a realistic retainer, I'll say this. A realistic retainer for a case that's considered uncontested, I'll just speak for my state. I'll speak for my firm specifically. I would say it's anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 for an uncontested case. Now, if the case is contested, meaning that there's going to be, a lot of litigation involved, there's going to be extensive discovery, there's going to be a lot more work to do, right? And so we require a higher retainer for those cases. And so that's something else that you want to think about and you want to ask, the attorney when you go in for your consultation. How much is your retainer? Because the hourly rate is one thing, but how much are you going to have to pay in order for them to get started with your case? And so at our firm, what we do, one of the things that we do to help our clients is we have a retainer, but we work with our clients. We understand that not everybody has an emergency fund for legal fees, right? And so we try to accommodate our clients as much as possible by helping them with like payment plans so they can put maybe just a percentage down and then the rest can be billed in monthly installments. And so that's something that you may want to inquire about when you have your consultation. And speaking of consultations, not all firms charge for a consultation fee. We do charge a consultation fee. And as far as a consultation fee, I would say you could expect anywhere between, I would say $150 to maybe about $300 for a consultation fee. I personally believe that $300 is a lot for a consultation fee, but I've seen firms charge at least $250 for a family law consultation fee. But to each his own. Everybody is free to run their business however they see fit. But yeah, that's a range that you can expect for a consultation fee. So hopefully this video was helpful to explain to you how much the rate for an attorney, like how much you can expect as far as the hourly rate, a retainer, and consultation fee. If you found this video to be helpful, please let me know by hitting the like button. Also, feel free to share this video with someone that you believe would benefit from watching this video. And if there are other videos that you'd like to see as it relates to just answering some of those frequently asked questions in an area of family law, please put your questions down below in the comment section. I would love to help you by answering your questions. I know what it's like to, be in a position where you're starting this process and you want to hire an attorney, you want to speak to an attorney, but first you want to do your own initial research. So trust me, I get it. I know what that's like. So let me help you. So comment your questions down below, okay? And until next time, take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.